you be brave, Maria?
Page 33. Page 33.
We can't even go. What?
Page 33. 33. Tarhan, follow down on page 33. Go ahead.
ثلاث قريناه أمس.
33.
ثلاث قريناه أمس.
33.
أيوة قريناه.
Mu'adh, talk English.
أيوة.
English lesson, not Arabic lesson.
We read this page.
Okay, we have to repeat again. This is very important. This page.
It was 1880, and the British were trying to take over our country. Do you want the British to take over? He asked Maria. No, Maria answered. We currently don't.
Certainly.
Everybody came to Afghanistan.
Yes.
أقول لك مستر وين دقيقة.
Everybody came to
This is
Afghanistan to kick them all out.
Yes, Mu'adh.
We are the most welcome, hospitable people on earth. A guest to us is a king. You girls remember that when a guest comes to your house, he must have the best of everything. Or she, Parvana said.
Yes.
Father grinned and at her. Or she, we Afghani do everything we can comes into our then we will defend our home.
Yes. So in here,
Father,
just wait.
With the
Just
story.
wait. Just wait. So here, as you can see, Parvana's father is trying to teach her about Afghan traditions and culture and how Afghans behave with strange people. But in case of someone who wants to invade and represents a danger to Afghans, he will be defeated harshly. If anyone, or for example, a community or a group of people or whatever, like here the example of army, the British army, if they are coming to Afghanistan to invade and destroy the country, they are not welcomed and they will be defeated harshly by Afghans. This is their tradition. This is their let's say principles of life. So each one has or should have a principle in life. Here, Afghans, there are the principle of the main principle of Afghans is just to defeat the strangers who are spreading evil behavior. So they will just defeat and defend their countries, defend their country, defend their cultures, their behaviors, their history of pride. This is it. Yes, continue. Sarhan, next paragraph. Sarhan. Sarhan. Sarhan Barwani.
Mr.
Next paragraph, starting from father on page 33. Yes.
Father grinned at her, or we Afghans do everything
اللي
we
تحت
can.
سرحان.
في اثنين father هذا ما يقول.
اللي تحت.
Father gets on with the story. Pravana she had heard it before. He had heard it before so many times, but she wanted to hear it again. Father grinned again. We must teach this child some patience, he said to the mother. Pravana didn't need to look at her mother to know she's probably thinking they needed to teach her a whole lot more than that.
Yeah, continue next paragraph.
Welcome. All right. He relented on with the story. It was in 1880, in the dust around the city of Kandahar. The Afghans were fighting the British. It was a terrible battle. Many were dead. The British were winning, and the Afghans were ready to give up. The spirits were low. They had no strength to keep fighting. Surrender and capture were starting to look good to them. At least they could rest and maybe save their lives.
Okay, so what's your explanation for these two paragraphs, Sarhan? Your explanation.
War.
About these two paragraphs.
War.
Yes, they talk about war, I know. Good. But exactly, when we recall moments of the 18 or history of the 1880, what does it mean? The father is trying to do what?
Educate her.
Yes, he's trying to teach her about the Afghan history. Yeah. What else?
Mister.
Yes. So he's trying to teach her about.
That's it.
Yeah, the Afghan history. Yes. Why do you think he's teaching her the history of Afghanistan? Why? Hello?
Because she needs to learn about her country. La?
Okay, good. She needs to learn about her country, and she is a young girl, so this is very important for her to build her personality. So her father, her father is trying to build her personality and endow her mentality and her thinking, her knowledge, her acquaintance with the history of Afghanistan in order to be proud of her country. Is it clear? Next paragraphs, Muad Saadi. Go ahead.
Suddenly, a tiny girl, younger than Nuria, burst out from one of the village houses. She ran to the front of the battle and turned to face the Afghan troops. She ripped the veil of her head, coming down on her face and her bare hand. She called to the troops.
Yeah.
We can win this battle, she cried. Don't give up hope. Pick yourself up. Let's go. Waving her veil in the air like a battle flag, she led the troops into a final rush at the British. The British had no chance. The Afghan won the battle.
Yeah.
Yemen.
No, just wait. Here, your explanation, please.
The season here, my.
The explanation here.
Hmm?
What's your explanation of these two paragraphs?
Don't give up.
Yeah, I know, but I start from the beginning. Suddenly, a tiny girl younger than Nuria. Again, her father is describing or reporting another incident which happened during that year. There was an incident, and Parvana's father is trying to remember it. A tiny girl, less or younger than Nuria, burst out from one of the village houses and run to the front of the battle. It means, how can you describe this girl? This tiny girl, how can you describe her?
Strong.
Strong, brave. She is very brave, very good. She is strong and very brave. Cares, yes. That's why, again, we can say that Nuriya's father is trying again to teach her how to be brave. That's why he recounts this story, which happened during the 1880s, facing when the Afghans were facing the British troops. Yes, this girl tried to encourage the Afghan troops to face and defend their countries, their houses, their homes against the British troops. Yeah. Sarhan, next one. Sarhan.
Yes, Mr. 1 minute.
Next paragraph.
What does it start with?
The lesson here, last two paragraphs.
Those two paragraphs. The lesson here, my daughters, he looked from one to another, to other, is that Afghanistan has always been the home of the bravest women in the world. You are all brave women. You are all inheritors of the courage of Malali. Yeah. We can win this battle, Miriam cried out, waving her arms around as if she were holding a flag. Mother moved the teapot out of the harm's way.
Yes, all right. Yes, your explanation, Sarhan.
They're saying that they will not give up, and Afghanistan has strong women.
Very good. That's why her father is teaching her about the past events. At the end, he just want to say, or he just want to reach this this reality is that Afghanistan is always the home for brave women. Afghanistan is the home or the country of brave women. That's why he's trying to encourage his daughters, Nuria and Parvana, to be brave hearts and strong enough to face the invasion, to face the current invasion in Afghanistan, the invasion which they live till today. Yes. Turn the page, please. Turn the page. Yes, Muad Istadi, next paragraph. Page 34.
Mister, why are we just reading?
We are reading and explaining. Yes?
How can we be brave?
Go ahead.
Maria asked. We can't even go outside. How can we lead men into battle? I have seen enough war. I don't want to see any more. There are many types of battles. Father said quietly, including the battle with the super dished mother said. Parwana made such a face that father started to laugh. Mariam tried to imitate it, which made mother and Maria laugh. Ali woke up so everybody laughed, and he started to laugh too. The whole family was laughing when 4 Taliban soldiers burst through the door. Ali
Yes.
was the first
Okay, stop
to
here. Yes, stop here, please. Yeah. Your explanation?
Nuria was asking how can we be brave and we don't go outside?
So there is an extension here, or the dialogue is extended by Nuria. So the dialogue is still running on between Nuria Parvana and their father. Nuria asked, how can we be brave, father? We can't even go outside. How can we lead men into battle? I've seen enough war. I don't want to see any more. When a girl, for example, says, I don't want to see any more, I don't want to see any more wars, what does it mean? What does it mean?
He wants peace.
Very good. They want peace. They don't like to see what? Blood and destruction everywhere. They want to see their country again safe, clean, and comfortable to live. Uncomfortable to live in. All right? So, there are many types of battle, father said quietly, including the battle with super dishes, mother said. Parvana made such a face that father started to laugh. Look at this sentence. There are many types of battles, father said quietly, including the battle with super dishes. Here, their father changes the topic or changes the topic. Why? Since he feels that Parvana and Nuria don't like to hear about wars and blood, destruction, rockets, tanks, and so on and so forth, he just changed the mood by saying that there are other types of wars like the war of dishes. And here, this is something humorous to make them laugh and so on. What does it mean? The fight, the battle with super dishes. What does it mean?
When?
What does it mean? There are many types of battles, like the battle of super dishes. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Yes, when we say dishes, okay. What does it mean? The battle of dishes. What does that mean?
Dishes, لا?
Yeah, it means what? Food. When they start eating something. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, when they are together, for example, around the table or the desk, and they want to start. And once they want to start eating, they start what? Fighting, and so on and so forth. All right?
Okay.
Yes. Sarhan, next paragraph. Go ahead.
Mister, what page?
34.
Okay.
Sarhan, go ahead.
دقيقة.
I said don't talk Arabic. This is English lesson. This is the last time for you.
You were wrong, but then what does it start with first paragraph? First word, يعني.
The whole family.
The whole family was laughing when 4 Taliban soldiers burst through the door. Ali was the first to react. The salam of the door against the wall shocked him, and he screamed. Mother leapt to her feet, and in an instant Ali and Maryam went in a corner of the room, shrieking behind her legs.
Continue.
كم paragraph؟
I said continue.
نورية دوك لا تورن زين. نورية covered herself completely with a cheddar and scrunched herself into a small ball. Young women were sometimes stolen by soldiers. They were snatched from their homes, and their families never saw them again.
Yes, your explanation now. What happened to the family?
They stole women.
What happened from the beginning? What happened to them? They were together gathering and so on and so forth, laughing and talking about Afghan history. What happened? Suddenly, what happened?
They stole women.
Yeah, who stole? Okay, something happened there.
They burst into their house.
Okay, eh?
They busted in their house and stole women.
Not stole them. Young women were sometimes stolen by soldiers. Not Nuria and her mother and so on. Here we're talking about other women. So that's why they became scared. The mother, Nuria Parvana, became scared of that, of this attack. Yes? They were snatched from their homes, their families, never saw them again. All right? Next one. Someone else, please. Next paragraph.
Instead,
Yes?
Nuria covered herself completely with her chadar and crushed herself into a small ball. Young women were sometimes stolen by soldiers. They were snatched from their house, and their families never saw them again. Parvana couldn't move. She sat as if frozen at the edge of the super cloth. The soldiers were giants. They peeled high turbans, making them look even taller. Two of the soldiers grabbed her father. The two others began searching the apartment, kicking the rooms of dinner all over the mat,
Yeah? Yes,
leaving
continue.
alone mother screamed. He, he, has, he has done nothing wrong.
Very good. All right. Yes, your explanation now?
When the person they wanted to take, two soldiers took her father.
Yes. So some soldiers, what happened? Some soldiers attacked the family and so on and so forth. And by force, they two of them took the father, Parvana's father. Yes? The other two began searching the apartment, kicking the remains of dinner all over the mat. The others started looking for something they supposed to be something they consider very important inside the room, inside Parvana's room and so on and so forth, outside this family's room. Yeah, leave me alone, mother screamed. He has done nothing wrong. So they captured or they caught the father. His wife screamed, he has done nothing wrong. Look at the following question. Yes, someone else, please continue. Someone else.
Mr. Me, I will continue.
Go ahead.
Why did you go to England for your education? The soldiers yelled at father. Afghanistan doesn't need your foreign ideas. They yanked him toward the door. Afghanistan needs more illiterate thugs like you. Father said one of the soldiers hit him in the face. Blood from his nose dripped into his white shalwar kameez. Mother sprang at the soldiers, pounding them with her fists. She grabbed Father's arm and tried to pull him out of their grasp.
Yes, your explanation?
The soldiers didn't want anyone who had foreign ideas, and so that's why they beat them till blood came out of his nose.
So they captured the father, they caught the father, and because they know that that he studied in England before and became a teacher later on. saying that we don't need your foreign ideas. It means they don't like they don't like anyone to study abroad outside Afghanistan in other European or American country, and then comes back, for example, to teach or to work in Afghanistan. Is it clear?
Yes.
That's why they hit him in the face and so on and so forth. And you see what happened exactly to this to their father. Rias, next one. Go ahead. Next paragraph.
Me?
Yes.
One of the soldiers raised his rifle and whacked her on the head. She
Collapse.
collapsed on the floor. The soldier hit her a few more times. Mariam and Ali screamed with every blow to their mother's back. Seeing her mother on the ground finally propelled Parvana into action. When the soldier dragged her father outside, she flung her arms around his waist as the soldier pried her loose. She heard her father say, "Take care of the others, my Malali." Then he was gone. Parvana watched helplessly as two soldiers dragged him down the steps. His beautiful shalwar kameez dripping on the raw cement. Then they turned a corner, and she could see them no more.
Yeah.
Inside,
Yes.
inside the.
Just wait.
Should
Yeah.
I continue?
No. Just
Answer.
let's explain this to these paragraphs, these details. Yes.
Should I continue?
No. Explain your explanation, your interpretation.
That Parvana finally took action because of the seeing her mother because she saw her mother on the ground.
Look here, Parvana watched helplessly as the soldiers dragged him down the steps. His beautiful shower kameez dripping on the rough cement. Then they turned the corner and she could see them no more. Parvana is a very young girl. She is helpless. She doesn't know, or she didn't know, or she didn't do anything to save her father from the soldiers. Yeah? Imagine
Yes.
soldiers with rifles and so on and so forth. You don't have any choice. You don't have nothing to do. You just watch helplessly. And they are strong and so on and so forth. Here, what does this show? What does this talking about Parvana? Once Parvana sees such images and so on and so forth, how can you describe her feeling as she is a young girl? How can you describe her situation?
She was frustrated.
Yes, she was frustrated and so on and so on. Yeah, what else?
She wanted to take action, but she couldn't because she's still young and couldn't fight the soldier.
Definitely, she can't or she couldn't fight the soldiers. She is very young. And helplessly, she sees her father taken away. Yeah. All right. Next one, next paragraph, someone else.
Inside the room, the other two soldiers were ripping open the two shacks with knives and tossing things out of the cupboard.
Cupboard, yeah?
Father's books at the bottom of the cupboard was a secret compartment her father had built to hide a few books that had not been destroyed in honor of the bombing. Some were English books about history and literature. They were kept hidden because the Taliban books, the bond books they don't like. They couldn't be all allowed to find father's books. The soldiers had started at the top of the cupboard and were working their way down. Clothes, blankets, pots, Everything lands on the floor. Closer and closer they came to the bottom shelf, the one with the false wall. Parvana watched in horror as the soldier bent down. They yank the things out of the bottom shelf.
Yes, Mu'adh, your explanation, your interpretation.
They were searching for stuff and they saw books.
Very good, yeah. They are searching for her father's books and so on. Because her father was, he studied in an English or a British university. That's why he represents a spy, for example. They, the soldiers, the soldiers just want to fetch for any writing or
English
book, which seems dangerous for the Afghans and for them. So that's why they grabbed the cupboard and so on, and the shelf, the bottom shelf, till they find old books, literature, and so on and so forth. Yes. So later on, look here. The one with the false wall. Parvana watched in horror as the soldiers bent down to yank the things out of the bottom shelf. Yes, get out of my house, she yelled. Sarhan, continue. Sarhan? Sarhan al-Barwani. Yes, someone else? Yasin, continue.
Where, Mr.
Yasin,
أقول
continue.
لك continue.
Continue, Yasin.
سأله where يقول لي ياسين continue.
Me, Mister.
Yes, Yasin, continue. You are not following, Sarhan. You are not following. You are not following us at all. Yes, Yasin.
Mister, from mother got us.
مستر من صباح داخلين
Yes.
قرأنا بس مو الفايدة والله.
Go ahead. Don't talk Arabic.
Mother got off the
I
floor
said don't
and
talk
had
Arabic.
her.
I'm here to give the orders, not you. I'm the teacher. You have to listen and understand only. Just discuss with us.
I'm not understanding anything then.
You have to explain. This is literature. You have to use your mind and explain and interpret. This is what you have to do. Yes, Yasin.
Mother got off the floor and had her hands full with Ali. Maria was still curled up in a terrified ball. It was Mariam who came over to help Parvana. At the first touch of her sister's hand, Parvana flinched, thinking it was the soldiers. Mariam kept stroking her hair until Parvana realized who it was. She sat up, attaching all over.
Taking all over. Taking all over.
Huh?
Taking
What,
all
Mister?
over. She and Mariam continue.
She and Mariam clung to attach to each other, trampling. She had no idea how long the family stayed like that. They remained in their spots long after Ali stopped screaming and collapsed into sleep.
Yeah. Yes, your interpretation? Yasin, yeah?
Parvana thought that they were the soldiers, so Mariam tried to convince her that she was her sister. And
Look from the beginning, Yasin. Get out of my house.
What?
Look at the beginning of the paragraph, the previous paragraph. Get out of my house. She yelled. She threw herself at the soldiers with such force that they both fell to the ground. She swung at them with her fists until she was knocked aside. Here, Parvana, despite her age 11 years younger, but she could defend and attack the soldiers. Remember that her father, remember the others, Mu'adh. Remember when her father said, Sarhan, remember when her father said that Afghan women are very brave. So that is why her father, or this is the fruit of her father's lessons. When he teaches her that you have to be brave, you are Afghan women, Afghans or Afghan women are very brave, strong, and so on and so forth. Once she remembers these words, and once she sees, or once she saw her father taken out by soldiers by force and so on and so forth, she decided to be brave enough and defend or defeat the soldier and the soldiers, and this is what happened exactly. Yes, go ahead. Yes, Yasid, your interpretation?
I think that Parvana was brave enough to try to, uh, to help her father, but she couldn't because of her age.
Yeah, yeah. She made them fall down, but at least she is still helpless and so on and so forth, since both of them have rifles, both soldiers have rifles and so on and so forth. Here, what we have to learn is that your pride will push you. Your pride, your dignity will push you to defend yourself, to defend your family members and so on and so forth against any danger, against any danger. That's why, or that's what Parvana did, facing the soldiers and so on and so forth. She is brave enough. She is proud of herself. She's proud of what she did, and so on and so forth, for the sake of her father and of her family members at the end. All right.
Oh.
Yes. So please, you just write the date on the top of the pages. Write the date on top of the page 33, please. Write the date, first 1/4/2021. I forgot to write the date. Just write the date on the top of the page. And I will provide you with the major points